What's up? It's a Tuesday.
Afternoon. Maybe we need to. I think we need to rename our show. Be like the Sporadic Shred or something.
The
Because
sporadic shred.
we aren't
Yes,
sticking to this morning thing too well, are we?
the transmutation show. Darn it.
Right.
Yes, you never know when we're gonna pop up in your browsers or whatever news feed, whatever you want to fucking call it.
Yeah.
But we are the morning shred, and we are here to shred some more lists.
Exactly.
So we're on a Tuesday today because our dear brother Gangis has to work tomorrow. So we're bringing it to you today.
Yep. I
And
don't.
we got a really interesting one.
We do have
What's
an
that?
interesting one today. Said I don't want to work tomorrow. I'd rather be sitting my ass right here. But oh well, it is what it is.
No doubt. No doubt at all. We got actually one of our favorite subjects in metal. And I'm talking about Rob motherfucking Zombie.
Yes. Rob.
So somebody, yes. Whoop, that was not supposed to happen. Hold on there. And okay. These lists have 3,000 different fucking ads on them. And if you just slightly pinch a nipple, something, that bitch starts to play.
Yes, it does.
And it sucks.
It really does.
As you just heard.
Yeah, today we are destroying a list by wearethepit.com, whoever the fuck that is, but they have taken every Rob Zombie song ever and ranked it.
Yes.
Very poorly, I might add.
Is it really a surprise at this point?
No, it shouldn't be, but yeah.
They suck.
They really do.
Suck.
They do. But
we're going to go through 50 of these. And if there's anyone out there, that wants to comment, please do. We love feedback. Share us the fuck out everywhere and anywhere there is. We appreciate that shit.
Yes, we do.
Let's start with number 50.
Now, before we get into it, should we run a commercial maybe?
I suppose we should.
All right, check out this word from our sponsor at Desaia's Creep Shop.
My favorite doll in that particular slew of the demented creations there is the light teal hair colored one.
Right? That thing is freaky.
So different.
Oh, absolutely. Very different.
And that is what you can expect from Desaia's Creep Shop on Etsy.com for all of your horror collectible needs.
Yes.
And we just love her to death. And we're going to be debuting some of that stuff pretty soon. We should be getting our shirts so we can show you just how badass a lot of these creations are. So,
hell yeah.
Let's get into the list.
Let's get into it. You want to start it off, brother?
I certainly can. I mean, I just love Rob Zombie's titles.
I know.
They're going to get weirder as we go, folks. So if you know Rob Zombie's work, you probably already know what you're in for. Trade in your guns for a coffin off of Venomous Rat Regeneration Vendor.
Remember the good old days when I thought that title was ridiculous?
I mean, it just is. Venomous Rat Generation Vendor.
Yeah.
I kind of like, I see like a sleazy salesman, like with little puppeteer people just telling them what to do and selling them for a nickel. Nonetheless, great track.
Absolutely.
Very good song. Number 50, it's a little high. I think it
is a
could
little
probably
high.
be a little closer up. But it says here, while not its host album's most insane free for all, trade in your guns for a coffin has the energy right out the gate and never loses it. And that's why I fucking love the track. It's just hard hitting, in your face, Rob Zombie doing his thing.
Exactly, it is.
So, I mean, it just doesn't get better than that. My advice to everyone out in Three Witches Land, check out that fucking record. It's beautiful.
Absolutely.
Good album. Very good album.
Very
underrated
good.
Album, actually.
For sure. Absolutely. All right. Up next, we have Everybody Scream from the House of 1,000 Corpses soundtrack.
I mean, just in general, that soundtrack is still by far one of my favorite soundtracks when it comes to movies.
Agreed.
Now, not to take any light away from the Crow soundtrack, because that still to this day is hailed as one of the top ones. But that one was so good because I love the fact that he blended his music in with his art in the film.
Exactly.
And when that happens, you're getting, just such honest work. And I mean, it just paints the picture for you. So I'm a huge fan of all of those tracks, but this one is definitely a good track. Probably should be higher up.
I love how it starts too with the attention boils and ghouls. It's time for Dr. Wolfenstein's creature feature show.
I mean, it just reminds you of when you were, much smaller and watching those really bad, horror picture TV shows late at night, like Joe Bob Briggs, or I mean, Elvira just rocks. So,
right,
but it just kind of reminds you of when you were watching that shit, and it's just a fun track.
It definitely is.
So this album also kind of got pushed to the wayside.
It really did.
I don't know why.
This
was not a very good commercially successful record for him.
No,
I actually thought it was pretty good.
I forgot it was even a thing because no one talks about it.
Exactly. The album I'm talking about is Educated Horses. And the track there is 17 Years Locust. It's just like it says in the comments here. Sleazy glam rock stomp and a clappable chorus oozing a Far East obsessed feeling of the late 60s. Now, come on. Most of you probably don't know. Rob is pretty up there in his years.
He is. I believe he's 60-something.
I believe so. He was born in the 60s. Because he was like 20 something when White Zombie started.
He's 56.
So he's up there a little bit.
Yeah, he is.
Let's see, if he's 56. Oh shit, yeah. That means he was born in 66 or 65. Right. One of the two. So he grew up in the one of two. Now, shit. There's so many good periods of time, but that period of time in horror was just awesome.
Absolutely.
So, it doesn't surprise me that he would make a tune like this. And just makes it so dark and wonderful. So the fact that this album constantly does not get referred to much, check it out. Absolutely check it out, because, just because it wasn't as big of a record as his first two, it's worth checking out.
For sure. All right. Up next, we have Werewolf Baby from Hellbilly Deluxe 2.
I was a fan of that record. Still a fan of that record.
Oh, definitely. This song is definitely really interesting, as it says in the description. Twanging countrified vibes gives this track about lycanthropy a lot of character. Yes. Absolutely.
I think of Wolf Cop when I think of this song.
Yeah.
And if you've ever seen Wolf Cop, it's pretty much a slapstick kind of werewolf movie.
Right.
But it's a lot of fun. Much like Army of Darkness. So when you think of this song, I bet you it'll pop in your head, or some other funny, trashy werewolf movie.
Definitely.
Oh shit. This next one, pretty awesome. Should be much higher up on the list.
Agreed. They even say right here it's some of his best material. So why the hell is it way down at 46?
Well, because obviously the guy, or collaborative brains, because none of them seem to actually have one, decides that they're going to put some of the best songs he's ever done much higher up on the list. And it's just like, did you not realize just how much it kicked ass?
Right.
Were you a fan of My Little Pony or something? And you just, I don't know where to put these songs,
Well, I swear half the time when people write these lists, what they do is they just go look at all the other lists people have written and compile them into one massive list, and
right,
this massive suck
with probably pawning it off on their teenager. Hey, what are your favorite songs?
No, Dad, I'm listening to Justin Bieber. Leave me alone.
Like, oh my God. You could just see a bunch of Valley girls sitting there going, oh, who's Rob Zombie? Oh, he's disgusting. Just whatever. Pick whatever you want.
Shit.
But motherfucker, this is a great song.
It is.
Now, and if you're familiar with House of a Thousand Corpses out there in Three Witches Land, Run Rabbit Run, like that whole sequence was so awesome. Bill Moseley is just a fucking genius when he delivers lines. Yes. The fact that he could change his voice a bunch of different ways as he's just saying "Run Rabbit Run," it reminded me of Texas Chainsaw. Oh, it was so great. And then he somehow made his lips curl up like this. And I'm just like, God damn it, that's funny. Right? So this song encompasses that whole sequence when they're in the rabbit costumes on their way to their ultimate doom. Mm-hmm. So should not be at number 46.
Definitely not.
So it looks like we have another one from Educated Horses. That's that record we were just talking about that really doesn't get a whole lot of attention. Yet, these songs are making it to the list. So what does that tell you about the people who wrote it? All right. So American Witch. Definitely kind of almost an anthem to me, in a way. It's got some, it's like they say, it's got a little bit of like the horror-esque in there, but it's like classic. It's kind of done in the classic rock style. So it kind of gives a little bit of a, that's kind of what he was really listening to at the time, I think, was a lot of that. Because if you watch a lot of his movies, there's a shit ton of classic rock songs in there.
Oh, for sure.
A lot of them were like the Southern stuff, like, oh, come on. What's their name? They did man. They always play their song. Freebird.
Skinner.
Thank you. So he was obviously listening to I was trying to pull some titles out of my head, and my ass said, good luck.
Come on, man. It's not even morning. We're doing this in the afternoon. No excuses today.
Right. I know. I was just, pleasantly in the abyss this morning. So, hello, Chris. Thank you for joining us.
Hey, what up?
What's up? And like it says here, it's a much different from his Meat Grinder or just heavier type stuff.
Right.
But you got to understand something. The man went through a bunch of different lineup changes. When you're a solo artist, you pretty much can pick whoever the fuck you want to be on your record. Rob is no different.
No, definitely not.
And, I think this is right around the time he got Johnny Five for the first time.
I think you're right.
So
You're right.
Johnny Five brings a wealth of styles. He's like, well, I really like what you're doing there. Let's make it a song, and I'll bastardize it. And that's what he did.
You are exactly right. He joined Rob in 2006.
Mm-hmm. So he got, a little bit of a poppier sound, but at the same token, it just kicks fucking ass.
It definitely does.
So check out American Witch.
Yes. All right. Up next, we have the much talked of Metamorphosis from the album that came out earlier this year, The Lunar Injection Kool-Aid Eclipse Conspiracy. What was that about? Ridiculous titles? Anyway.
How much acid did he have to drop to come up with that concept?
Quite a bit, apparently.
I mean, I get it. I get it, it's kind of poking fun at, not necessarily politics, but just the way society is today.
So I thought this was a cool track, but it's a short instrumental piece. Yes, it's good, and it's kind of, it's pretty chill. I don't know. I like it. It's cool, but I just don't understand, why it's this far down on the list when it's just like a little instrumental piece,
Well, I think because it stands out.
I mean, it definitely does.
In a lot of ways. Sometimes those little interludes, like even the band Down did the same thing with a lot of these little musical instrumental things.
Right.
In between the bomb-ass tracks. Well, Rob is very good at kind of creating a mood before you get hit with the big hammer, so to speak. So I think that's why, it kind of gave a mood or just like a feeling of what's coming.
Right.
And it says it's kind of like a throwback to like 70s witchcraft movies.
I mean, I'm not dissing at all. I love that track, but
yeah, it's cool. But does it count as a song?
No, not really. I'm thinking of all the other like great instrumental interludes I've heard on multiple different albums from different artists, and I never can, unless they're at least like 3 minutes long, I don't consider them a full song.
20 seconds doesn't get you there.
No, it definitely doesn't.
It's kind of like getting an angry Handy J and suddenly it stops and your balls fall off. That's kind of how it feels. That's not a song. That's an appetizer.
Yeah.
Okay. Now we're getting to some nitty gritty with some of these tunes. Devil Hole Girls and the Big Revolution.
Yes.
Devil Hole? The ear? The mouth?
Shit.
Where else?
This is a great song, though.
Alluding to.
Who knows? This is a great track, though, and I agree with what the description says, saying that it's more in touch with the original Hellbilly album than most of the other tracks on this album. I'll agree with that.
It's definitely heavier.
Oh, for sure.
I mean, if you want to bang your head, this is definitely one of the tracks off of that record you could really get down to. Yes. And J5 brings the thunder with that track.
Oh,
big
for sure.
Time. See, people just underestimate Johnny Five because he can play so many different styles. Man, when the guy goes heavy, he goes fucking hard, man.
Yes,
really
he fucking does.
So definitely love that track, but I actually love the next one better.
Yes.
I think because it was so silly, but it still just rocked its ass off.
Yes.
Sick bubble gum.
So good.
And it's got a chorus that you could like fucking sit there and just say it over and over again. It sticks in your head all day. Walk into the kitchen, your mom's making dinner, and you're singing "Sick Bubble Gum." I can just see it. What you say? What the hell is that? Not Christian. fun fucking tune. I swear they
sure.
were high. It had to be.
Oh, for
Uh,
sure.
but still, this is my favorite part. Rob says motherfucker quite a bit.
Yeah. Yeah.
Just had to add that in there.
Oh, for sure.
I guess it just took the place of yeah. Oh goodness, but such a good track. I just love that album as a whole.
This next one, I do not remember this tune. That's okay. In the age of this consecrated vampire, we all get high. From the Electric Acid Witch Satanic Orgy Celebration Dispenser from 2016. You know, I only listened to that album through a small handful of times. It didn't do it for me.
I have to say that album just, I mean, he tried. He put a lot of promotional hubbub behind it.
Right.
The videos were kind of cool.
They were kind of cool.
But then again, you know, it was kind of like his return back to music. So I think that some of these songs were just thrown together.
That is, yeah.
A little bit on this one. I mean, the instrumentation is good, but I think he was just like, I can do what I want. I can make this as fun as I want. If you don't like it, fuck you. You know, that kind of thing. But in recent years, he has returned as the original barn stomper fucking band.
Yes.
But this album, yeah, I have to agree. Just it wasn't as great. Didn't grab me.
No, it really wasn't.
But still, it's Rob and we love him. We love you, Rob.
Sure. All right, you can have the next one.
Behold the pretty filthy creatures. Such a Rob Zombie title, I swear.
Oh, for sure.
A little bit cheese, a little bit of parmesan.
I mean, it's zombie. You gotta have a little bit of cheese.
Got to. So the thing is, though, this song is far from being cheesy, though.
Right.
It is very. I don't know. It says in here, this song feels like intimate zombie.
Okay.
Was he wearing a frilly-nilly cravat and overcoat robe and with a little snifter of some cognac?
If he wasn't,
no, this is not intimate zombie. What the fuck? Yeah, it reminds me of that fucking skit on Saturday Night Live called The Ladies' Man. I'm like, how are you going to say, fuck off. That is so stupid.
Yeah.
So it said it could go over as well in a sweaty, crowded basement as it could in the arena. This guy just, I don't know. I'm starting to think that maybe the song turns him on, you fucking weirdo.
Yeah.
You got a crush on Rob? Two thumbs down for that one.
Agreed. All right, before we move on to the next one, I'm going to run another quick sponsor. Word from a sponsor. Check out this commercial from Royal 10 Clothing.
Oh. As I've said before on the show, please keep your eyes glued to royal10clothing.com. They have so many awesome fucking designs coming out here in the next few months. You're definitely going to want to get your hands on them, and I'm going to start sharing that shit out like it's crack.
Yes.
Man, I just couldn't stop laughing reading some of the information underneath a couple of these songs. This guy clearly has a hard on for Rob. Anyway,
I mean, he's a wonderful man, and he is kind of easy on the eyes, maybe if you like the big nasty dreadlocks, but
oh shit. I'm just like, as it goes on, the word sexy keeps coming up, and it's just funny. But the number 38 is gonna like just tip this whole motherfucker over. All right,
but we have to do 39 first.
We do.
All right,
so we got Foxy
39.
Foxy.
Oh, go ahead.
We got Foxy from that album again.
Again.
Educated Horses, and now I'm really starting to kind of get I think a little bit more in tune with why this album didn't do so good. It was so classic rocky, which you go from the Sinister Urge to this, and this is my thing. Rob had just put out House of a Thousand Corpses, was working on The Devil's Rejects.
Right.
The man was full of listening to nothing but classic rock. I mean, that shit is going to influence what you put to record.
Exactly.
So that's probably why. And it says right here, on one hand, the track tries for that traditional hard-hitting tempo and energy, but it's a little bit more laid-back classic rock vibe of the whole record.
Right.
That's what he was going for, folks.
Well, for sure.
Not to mention, he is a massive Black Sabbath fan.
Yes.
So you're going to get a little bit of that flavor. And, of course, he does it the Rob Zombie way.
Oh, of course.
It still has his stank on it, so to speak. So I don't know. I liked it. I like the record as a whole. I just think it's cool.
This next one needs to be way closer to number one. Way closer. This is my favorite track off that album. Arguably, maybe one of my all-time favorite ones. It's so good.
I have to agree.
All right, we have Boom, Boom, Boom from the Lunar Injection Kool-Aid Eclipse Conspiracy. Okay, it's official. This guy has a wicked hard-on for...
I told you!
Well, get your smoke on, throw this on the stereo, and take your clothes off with someone wearing grease paint.
Would you fuck me? I would fuck me. That's just the vibe I'm getting from this guy.
Oh, seriously? What the fuck?
Okay, I guess there's plenty of costume shops. You can get yourself some fake ass dreads, throw it on, dance around, and baste yourself in peanut butter. I don't give a fuck. Stop it. We're talking about Rob Zombie here.
Right?
This guy. He says, what Boom 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 lacks in heaviness, it makes up for in sexiness.
This low-key throbber. What the
fuck? This fucking guy cracks me the fuck up. Never rises above a low boil, but that makes it a perfect track from the post-Halloween party boudoir. So now he's trying to tie in the sound of this record with the fact that he had just got done with the Halloween series. I don't see the connection there.
I don't either, especially since, this album was the last year. Halloween 2 was at least 5 years ago?
Yeah.
That doesn't even really work. Huh?
It says, meanwhile, only Rob could write such a scintillating. Oh. I've never seen the word before, so.
I have. It means sparkling or shining brightly, like the sun.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Using references to Poe and Lovecraft, which that's pretty normal.
Yeah.
But it says, get your smoke on, throw this on the stereo, take off your clothes with someone wearing grease paint.
I just. What the hell?
This guy's a freak. And I thought I was bad. Shit.
Right?
Moving on to the next one.
Never Gonna Stop, the Red Groovy from 2001, The Sinister Urge. I love
when Rob goes sexy, he goes fully erect.
Oh my goodness, it fucking says that.
I'm not lying, folks. I'm not lying. I'm looking right at
it. I don't even know what to say right now.
That fucked me up.
Yeah.
Seriously.
Never gonna stop me. Never gonna.
Yeah, I mean, first and foremost, the track fucking rocks.
Oh, it definitely does.
I loved everything about the Sinister Urge album. Every track was gold on there. Has one of my favorite drummers on there, John Tempesta, formerly of Testament.
Yes.
Laying down the hammer, so to speak. And I mean, it's classic Rob. And that's what makes it so good.
Mm-hmm.
So 37 though?
No.
I don't agree with that.
Mm-hmm.
Not at all.
This next one, should we actually say the full title?
I wouldn't. Just to be safe.
We'll just call it Werewolf Women.
Yeah.
From
I think it's a throwback to a 70s trash film.
Yes, it definitely is.
Knowing Rob makes total sense.
Oh, yeah.
Him and Glenn Danzig both, they're like synonymous with referencing, 70s trash horror.
Right.
All the crazy stuff. Makes sense too. Only this dude would write a whole song about the 5-minute fake trailer. Fake trailer.
That he made.
He made for 2007's Grindhouse.
I mean, that seems to kind of be a pattern with him in some ways. He did that, and then like
that's his thing.
It is like Lords of Salem was a song he put out way before he even thought about making it into a film. So was The Devil's Reject, stuff like that. So that's kind of a thing with him.
That's normal.
Like he just comes up with this weird ass song and is like, "Hey, I could turn that into a movie," or has the idea for the movie and puts it out as a song years before. I don't know. Who knows what's going on in his head?
That's how it works with him,
right?
And a lot of artists like him. So there's no shock there.
Mm-hmm.
A track that some might say is better than the movies. Oh, wait a minute. I was looking at the wrong one. My bad.
No, that's okay.
So it says, if you can't take the werewolf fly girl song, get out of the lycanthrope torture division? ? Okay. Don't know what to say.
That's all we have to say about that one. Moving on. Next, we have Michael from Hellbilly Deluxe 2.
Yes. Very inspired by the Halloween films. I mean, it's right in front of your face.
Exactly.
This dude's not saying anything that we don't know.
Yeah.
Although, like I said, that last thing he says just kind of an asshole, really. A track that some might say is better than the movies.
It's a good song. I fucking love it. Oh, I love his first one. His second Halloween lost it for me a little bit, but his first one is such a good fucking movie. What the hell?
Yeah, I mean, the first one really kind of tried to explain a version of the classic story.
Right.
Because, I mean, it is very different. But
I really like that just because, in the first original film, they don't really tell you anything about why
and that was actually part of the allure. It was the mystery.
I mean, Yes, but
And we're also talking about the late 70s.
right.
You know, first of all, let me just put it to you. The movies, like, remember how I've always kind of talked about in the past where 70s horror films that didn't make it to the big screen,
Right.
or it was shown in like smaller places, or you had to know somebody to be able to watch it or whatever. Cable was just starting to become a thing.
Right.
So to make it to the big screen, they couldn't say certain things.
Right.
So I think that's why they dialed it back and said, okay, let's take the mysterious route, because first fucking scene, an 8-year-old goes and kills his 16-year-old sister.
Yeah.
In 1978, that was like, holy shit. So, I mean, they were just kind of like riding that fine line just with that.
Right.
So I think that's why it didn't, really explain a whole lot.
Right.
Because, I mean, if they really went into it, they could have got pretty nasty.
I
And
agree.
Rob definitely delivered in his first film,
sure.
the remake of Halloween. So that was cool. Now, the Halloween movies that are coming out now are telling a slightly different story.
Yeah, they definitely are.
So, I don't know.
The
It's
whole
kind of like
timeline and the the retracting of information. It's confusing to me. I don't. Anyway, that's a story for another show.
exactly.
Moving on.
Nonetheless, Michael was an awesome tune.
Oh, for sure.
And I'm back. Okay.
Welcome back.
So I have my laptop on my drum throne and it's swiveled. Okay. So Spook Show Baby off of Hellbilly Deluxe, the 1998 breakthrough fucking album for him. Every song was a hit. I don't care who you are. The top 10 should be like every song off the record.
I'll agree with that for sure.
Right after that, Sinister Urge. The latest one too, even, because I mean there's just
his latest album.
Material.
Yeah, Hellbilly Deluxe was my favorite Rob album.
Always will be.
Forever. But I honestly think his new one, I like it better.
And I'll tell you why.
Why is that?
He's got way more attitude now.
That is true.
Attitude makes you better when it comes to heavy music.
Agreed. He's got more attitude, and now he has John 5. So that automatically makes any of those records better.
Most definitely. And not to mention, critics were saying he's washed up.
So he had to be like, excuse the fuck out of me.
He's like, I'll show you.
Right.
And he sure did. But nonetheless, though, Spook Show Baby is just a killer fucking song. It is riffalicious. You bump that shit in your car, it's shaking the fucking mirrors. You know what I'm saying? The windows, whatever the fuck. This next one is actually one that you referenced earlier.
It is, actually.
Mm-hmm.
All right. We have The Lords of Salem. A song which came out 6 years before he turned it into a movie. Such a good song.
Not surprised.
And as it says here, Lords of Salem is certainly the heaviest of the songs that he took and turned into movies. I'll definitely agree with that. It's very heavy, very hard playing song.
However, I like the song better than the movie. I know there's a lot of people
like that movie. It's confusing. Yes, it doesn't make a lot of sense, but the imagery is fucking cool.
The imagery, that's exactly what I was going to say. Even though it was just hard to follow, and I think it's because, again, he shot it in a 70s style.
That's okay. If you watch it under the influence of enough things, you don't care that it don't make sense.
Suddenly, it just becomes like a billboard. Yes. I agree.
Such a good song. I'm a little confused though by the end of this description. Play it backwards and see what happens. That's not even the reference to the movie, really, because there's nothing about playing it backwards.
I mean, did he like scratch his vinyl or something to get some kind of whatever?
I don't know.
Or maybe he's just being fucking hokey. I don't know.
I don't know.
This guy just drives me nuts. And we're only at number 32.
Oh, goodness.
Ride off of Educated Horses. So, again, a lot of referencing back to that third album that kind of tanked for Rob. But at the same token, this just goes to show you it's a good record.
Oh, definitely.
I wouldn't mention it if it wasn't. It's just a different Rob. It's a Rob who was kind of getting back to his roots a little bit. Some people may say like, went up. Here we go. Christian Kelly. Oh yeah, this is a good one. Let's get that up there.
Yes. I agree with you, brother. I agree.
Absolutely. That's a great comment. Thank you for joining us. So with the classic rock vibe, that's kind of his background. Yeah. And like they said, he's created that signature stomping kind of, constant hard-hitting stuff all the way back to White Zombie. So what makes you think that an artist is not going to mature at some point and like take a chance?
Yeah.
You can't shit on him for doing that.
No, you can't.
You just can't. Let's see this motherfucker. He goes on to say one of those songs you think should be lower on the list until you actually spin it.
Okay.
Starts off by saying it really should be lower on the list, which I agree.
Agree.
Until you actually spin it. Now, is he saying it should be more towards the top or more towards the back?
I don't even know.
This guy confuses the fuck out of me.
Same. All right, up next, speaking of Rob Zombie work, you might not realize it's Rob Zombie, is this next track, I feel like.
It's off of different.
For sure, off his most recent album, The Crow Killer Blues. This is like straight up Southern rock that turns into doom. It's so fucking cool. It's so different than anything else he's ever done or anything else on the damn album.
Most definitely. It's not out of his wheelhouse.
No, it's not. In a funny way. I remember the first time I listened to the album, I'm just listening. Hell yeah, Rob Zombie, and I'm like, huh? I was fucking. What the fuck was that?
Right. And it's great when songs like that grab you because it's like, wow, this is like some really cool shit that I never thought that he would do.
Right.
There's a lot more dimensions to his songwriting than just the same old, more human than human shit.
Right.
Don't get me wrong. Anthem song, fantastic.
Oh, for sure. For sure.
Excellent commercial success off of it, but he's bound to do something a little different. And it's, like I said, not very far out of his wheelhouse. It's really cool. He goes on to say, this guy, it almost feels like Rob is slaying us with a sonic teasing us, using all these songs to have grindhouse fun before slaying us with a sonic guillotine drop. Haters and purists eat crow. So that's his way of saying, fuck you guys, I'm going home.
Yeah.
Just say what you mean, you asshole.
Seriously. Wow. All right. I'm going to run another
there's no
commercial.
teasing going on.
No, there's not.
What the fuck? Anyway. Ooh, I love this one.
Oh, I do too. You want to do it before we do a commercial?
Actually, let's do a commercial, then we'll do it.
Okay. Sounds good. Which one do you think I should run next, bud?
Well, as a matter of fact, it should be our good friends at Villain Arts Tattoo.
All right. Well, check this shit out.
getting a little hot in here. Anyway, yes. Just so you know, those of you out there in Omaha, Nebraska, Reaper and Mischief will be there. I believe it's the 28th, 29th, and 30th tattoo convention. So, Omahanians, come out and support. I don't even know if I said that right. I probably fucked it up. Omaha. Well, where'd I get that shit? I don't know. But definitely come check us out. We'll be there. It's going to be a good time. And we're talking about some of the best tattoo artists across the country. Going to be a part of this convention. So, and I love money and I need more. So guess what? Right. About to get some.
Hell yeah.
Number 30, Demon Speeding. Yes.
Yes.
Does it belong at number 30?
No.
Definitely not.
Agreed.
It's the opening song of the Sinister Urge album. And it grabbed me right from the jump. I'm like, okay, you know, the first album was a mega success, fan-fucking-tastic. Wasn't quite sure what to expect. That song hits. Man.
Yeah.
So good.
Yeah.
Let me see here, just to see what he wrote.
Mm-hmm.
The mid-pace stomper really comes to life when the record's signature string elements begin going off in it.
Yeah?
Why don't you? He could have saved himself some trouble and just said, the riff is bad fucking ass.
Right? That's what I do.
And it is.
That's what I fucking do, you know. Speaking of which, go check out www.3witchesentertainment.com and read all my fucking music reviews. Okay? Okay.
Do it. That's how a real review is written. For sure. Fact of the matter is, it's the opening track of the album, and he fucking delivers like only Rob can. So.
Yes.
Ooh. Man, this guy keeps referencing the Educated Horses record.
He does, which is kind of surprising, honestly. Like, I get this is every single Rob Zombie song ever, but like, I'm surprised that, you know, this much of this album has made it this high up.
Yeah, and it's like so close to each other, too. It's not very sporadic.
No, it's not.
Interesting. Now, I do love a little bit of what he says.
You bastard. My
page
crashed.
First, he goes on to say, the song isn't a traditional zombie jam. Well, does it have to be?
No.
He goes on to say, very fuzzy and doomy at times.
Yeah.
Too frantic and metallic at others. Asshole, doom, and fuzz are synonymous with fucking metal. The whole thing was metal.
Yeah,
just a different style. I would have appreciated if he would have said, oh, it's kind of like a Sabbath jam, or it's a little Sabbath-y.
Right.
But he doesn't say that.
No, he gives us, you know, half an essay instead of a sentence.
Give us the meat and potatoes. Don't give us the fucking, you know, little frilly green shit you're not going to eat anyway. Fuck parsley.
Fuck parsley.
That should be a t-shirt.
Yes, it should. Oh, crap.
Or a clip of me screaming it as hard as I can.
Yeah, that'd be good too.
We don't want garnish. Just tell us what you think.
You know, we did just do a commercial, but we mentioned our t-shirts. Should we just run our merch commercial and get it over with?
Actually, this is very true. If you love what we do, check out what we have for you.
Yes.
I'll tell you, as many times as we run that commercial, that music just kicks my ass
I
every
know,
time.
right?
So good, brother.
Definitely, I was
So
definitely
good.
glad to find that one.
It's a good one. Just like this next track.
Agreed. Bring her
Bring her
down to Purple
down.
Town
Woo, woo, woo.
from the Sinister Urge.
I
And
mean, again,
I have to agree with what they say about this one. It's rare
okay.
that Rob's instrumentation outweighs his epic choruses in a song. Yeah,
The band was rocking.
yeah,
It's very evident. Um, and they kind of, experimented a little bit.
they did.
So, it's usually like a hooky chorus is what gives you a really good Rob Zombie song. Well, a hooky riff that just like obliterates your ass
Right.
is just as good. Rob
Agreed.
was like, you guys are so good. Let me give you some space to do something fucking killer.
Right.
And they did. So
Yeah.
I have to agree with that too. And then he says,
Dare I even read what it says?
what the track's about? Well, that might be above our pay grade. What the fuck? He says something great and then just fucking cuts your nuts off at the end of it.
How many fucking times was I gonna hit this stupid button today?
I don't know. I almost felt the ground shaking on that. I think we're getting close.
You know
to
what?
something.
I'm starting to feel it too. You think? Yeah.
Let's see what the next one says, and I bet you we're gonna smash this motherfucker through the ground.
Yep. He does.
I told you. I told you it was coming. I'm a huge fan of King Freak. I love that song.
That is a fantastic song. However,
That was Rob
I'm
coming
gonna
back,
wolf up this
telling you.
motherfucker.
Yeah, I mean that was Rob coming back, fucking like gutting you with a serrated blade and saying, "Look, motherfucker, I'm back, and I'm better than ever." And that's how I feel about this whole record.
He did it again. He did it again. Look, not only does the track come in heavier than the majority of material over the past decade, but also celebrates the misfit and outsider in all of us. Great, leave it there. But no, this asshole goes on to say that 1-2 coming in with a hard punch and giving salute to all monsters around the globe instantly made the record one to look forward to, proof that Rob has gone big and mean to this day. You know, if he just left it after that first part, that would have been better.
Would have been fine.
And then he goes off on this whatever tangent about giving it the old 1-2. I just can't even right now.
Can't smash this guy enough.
Agreed.
Just say, hey, Rob's back. And he's got a fresh sound. It's heavier than it's been in a long time. Mm-hmm. That's all he had to say.
Exactly.
Not this technical jargon that fucking puts into a suppository and shoves it up his ass every night. God damn.
So
what the hell?
We're almost an hour in and we're only halfway through our half of this list.
That's because this motherfucker's giving us fucking comedy gold to fucking roast his ass.
He really is. Now, are we going to want to
fast track a little?
Yeah, I was wondering if you want to do that or if we wanted to make this a two-parter.
I don't know. I'm having so much fun stomping on this guy's dick that we could definitely make it a second day.
Agreed. All right. Well, let's talk about the next one, to be number 26, and I guess we'll call it and do the other 25 on Friday.
That would be pretty sweet.
Or
Rock and Roll in a Black Hole.
Now, I love that title. That's a great title.
It's a great title, but unfortunately, was it this one or was it the 2016 release that we were saying that we didn't really care for as much?
No, it was the 2016 that I wasn't a big fan of.
Okay. I just don't think that this particular track was strong for the record.
Yeah, I mean, I kind of liked it. It was interesting, but it just wasn't the best.
Oh, this guy. While in no way a typical rock zombie joint, Spike Lee? No. Anyway, shows just how much fun Rob can be when he gets atypical.
This track's driving goth beat verses have a weirdo spaceman power and allows for Zombie to spit some of his finest kinetic nonsense lyrics. I swear this guy is trying to write the way Rob Zombie titles things.
First, we can't figure out if the guy wants to sleep with him or hates him. Which is it?
I mean, both. He wants to hate fuck him.
He's looking for the anger bang. What in the hell? He's praising like all this. Oh, this is Rob at his sexiest, and then all of a sudden, this is just as good as taking a shit in the toilet.
He goes from, and then he goes to,
I got diarrhea.
Why would he get your shit checked? I don't know. Go see your doctor, goddamn it. You have a psychosis problem, identity problem, and you don't know if you want to have fun or be sick as fuck. All right. I don't know. This guy just I can't even go on with that one anymore.
Me neither. I think that's enough of this. That's enough of this nonsense for one fucking day. All right, tune in on Friday or maybe Thursday. We'll see what day we do it. You know us. We don't stick to a schedule. But tune in next time and see us slowly devolve into madness with the rest of this bullshit.
Without a doubt. And it is one big old steaming pile of horse manure.
You know, with some nice parsley garnish on the side.
But yes, we're going to get through the next 25. Hopefully be able to keep our food down by the time we get to number 1, because I'm sure that's going to be a huge fucking letdown.
Oh, I'm sure it will be.
Yeah, I am not going to be surprised in the least. But thank you all for joining us today on a Tuesday.
Absolutely.
Hopefully we made your day a little bit better. And hopefully you didn't die of laughter while eating salad. If you're on your lunch break. So, all right then. As always, stay safe and stay heavy.